Hello and welcome to my video. We are playing Triangle Strategy. Last episode, the plot begins. A lot of things are happening. We become the Saintly Seven because we found the key, which is a salt crystal that proves that salt doesn't just comes from the source in Hyzante, which is probably what Jurgen found in the mines and got killed for it. We also learned that Gustadolf knows that Sparrow is betraying him and somehow manipulating him into engineer this weapon that could destroy the Goddess' Shield in Hyzante. So that's very interesting. Hopefully Sparrow doesn't get killed because he is probably our only ally. I would hate to see him die. But yeah, it seems like the story is getting twisty. And I can't wait to play chapter 13. So here we go.
Aesfrost and Glenbrook remained strong after declaring a trade stop with Hyzante. Gustadolf sends Erica to Hyzante to deliver his ultimatum, and dispatches an army to Glenbrook to increase the pressure on the Holy State.
Ooh. Are we gonna... We're gonna kill Erica here?
Under the banner of Prince Roland, sends Minister Serenoa Wolfort of the Saintly Seven to prepare for retaliation.
Ooh.
Softly but surely, Norzelia descends into war once more.
Our time has come to kill Erica. Oh, are we not in the throne? We are one of the 77.
I implore you not to forget that this is his final offer. Come to think of it, I heard that Wolfort was added to your saintly ranks. Where might he be?
Behind you, bitch. Back.
I'm afraid I cannot answer that. The dealings of the Saintly Seven are our business, and ours alone.
How disappointing. I had hoped to congratulate him on his promotion.
Bitch, shut up.
That wretched woman.
I know, right?
Those are hardly wishes.
Aesfrost all but demands us open the source to restore our diplomatic relations.
The Duchy fears neither a lack of salt nor the goddess's shield. We can assume they have a plan in mind.
Then this was no more than a ploy to stall for time. We had best expedite House Wolfort's plans to take the capital. Minister Exheim, send word to Minister Serenoa.
We need to prepare. We need to prepare for this battle.
You wish to lend us Hyzante's new weapon?
Yes, it was a directive from the Holy One. The weapon is one Minister Lila developed in secret.
I compressed a vast quantity of magic into crystal form. We call this weapon Elfric.
Ooh.
Glass
Sorry.
crystals have yet to be perfected, but they can decimate a castle wall easily enough.
We thank you for your support.
Be forewarned that their power makes him unwieldy in an average battle.
So it's basically
They
like
are
a
not
magic
meant
bomb.
to be used on people. Furthermore, we are only giving you a single blast crystal.
Just one.
Regardless, I'm certain it will come in handy while recapturing Whiteholm Castle.
Ooh, are we gonna use it to
Its
break through the
incomplete
door?
nature makes it regrettably tricky to use. But Milo should be able to take care of that for you.
Milo? Who's Milo?
Use them both wisely. I am Milo.
Milo Uel. envoy to the Saintly Seven. A dancer who appears almost out of thin air to do the Saintly Seven's bidding. She serves as their spy and can easily hold her own in fight. Oh, is she like Anna's counterpart?
A dancer by trade, but assistant to the Saintly Seven on occasion. I shall serve you, Minister Serenoa, until we reclaim the capital.
You sure you'll be okay?
You needn't worry. It isn't my first time flirting with danger.
Okay.
A Hyzantean spy?
Very likely.
The blast of the Aesfrost should help you catch the enemy unawares. Both my army and Minister Camsel's will join in the attack. Can we entrust command to you, Mr. Serenoa?
Minister Serenoa.
Certainly. And the crystal will be key in our plan to reclaim Glenbrook.
I'm not sure I like that. Minister Serenoa. Sounds so weird. Ooh, a lot of things. But let's start from the side story first. Central Aesfrost. Secrets reports a theft in the archives to Gustadolf. A theft.
You have made a grave error in allowing thieves to raid the archives, Constable Sicrus.
Dun, dun, dun.
My guards gave chase as soon as they noticed intruders, but they'd already fled beyond our reach.
What did they take?
Luckily,
powder
they
salt.
were unable to gain entry to where we keep our more sensitive texts. All they were able to make off with was a single book penned by the late Lady Orlea.
Oh.
Orlea? She left behind a message of sorts?
She'd bid it be passed on to Lady Frederica when she came of age, but it seems those wishes were forgotten.
Is it Anna?
Thalos or Erica must have hidden it from her. They derived no greater pleasure than from tormenting her.
I wonder.
Do we know what was written in this book?
No. Storage records indicate it was protected by some arcane seal.
Only Frederica's pendant can open it.
It must be of some significance. If she would go to such lengths to protect it from prying eyes. Perhaps something to do with the Rosellan liberation, for which she fought so fiercely. Or perhaps it is not but a mother complaining to her daughter of a duchy they both despise.
I shall send a party to hunt down the thieves at once.
I wonder who could the
No need.
thieves be. I
Such
hope it's Anna.
ruffians are unlikely to be in the employ of our foe. No doubt they were simply looking to loot us to fill their own purses. It is more important that we dispose of Svarog and finish the Nell with all haste. Dispatch your soldiers there.
Oh
Your
no,
Grace.
Svarog. Please be okay, Svarog. Should we go tell yours? Ooh, you had scouts. Okay, let's start this one. Since Celior's already dead, we can scout freely.
Benedict asked me to scout out Teleorn where the Aesfrosti soldiers are stationed. But I hardly see any around. Why did he ask me to come here in the first place? I doubt it would matter in reclaiming the capital.
The dam.
But orders are orders. I should report back.
It has to be the dam. A missive arrives at Whiteholm Castle informing Thalos and the others of the outcome of Erica's negotiation with Hyzante.
Ah, tidings from Erica. She says Hyzante refused our final offer.
You seem surprised. There was no way Hyzante would agree to open the source.
I know that, but the negotiations were meant to buy us time. Yet it seems their soldiers are already on the move. Damn it all! This wasn't supposed to happen.
If you play with
Eat shit,
fire,
fellas.
you get burned. Now we have no recourse but to meet them in battle without the Archduke.
So it has come to war, then?
We just have to beat them at their own game. Their newest saint is heading the vanguard. You must be delighted that a former retainer to the crown is coming to visit. Right, Cordelia?
Enough, Thalas. I won't allow such impudence toward the Queen.
Queen? This child is nothing more than a puppet.
Still the same. Still the asshole.
And I believe the impotent one here is you, Avlora. A general has no right telling the Prime Minister what to do.
I had no idea the Prime Minister's job was to torment the weak.
Enough, General Avlora.
Swing your blade, Aflora. Put an end to this.
I will answer the Prime Minister. As the Queen of Glenbrook, I shall protect my kingdom until my dying breath, no matter who may stand against me.
It appears your impudence is contagious, Avlora. Your charge knows not how powerless she is.
Worry not, Your Majesty. I shall protect you.
Because I am to wed the Archduke?
Because you are a warrior. One who does not give up, even if she must fight her battles alone.
Ooh, are we sensing a little something?
I was an orphan. I never knew my parents. I entered the army to make a place for myself.
Ooh, interesting.
So I know better than anyone the pain of having to do everything on your own.
Allow me to bare my heart to you as well, General Avlora. As the last heir to the throne of Glenbrook, I do not intend to let Gustudolf have his way.
Cordelia.
You mean
are you
to
sure
strike
you wanna
down the Archduke?
Are you sure you wanna tell that to
I lack
Flora?
the power to do so. Have you heard of the Royalists? The aristocrats who were aid to my father.
I have. I also heard they secretly indulged in bribes and the like for personal gain. That man Patriot was cozying up to the Archduke not seconds after King Regna's beheading. Their kind knows no loyalty.
Indeed. But Gustudolf has not given any of them a position in his court, so they have fallen on hard times. I want to ask Patriot and the other royalists for their help.
Are you mad? No doubt they would wholeheartedly embrace you as their symbol, but only for their own purposes.
I understand that. But their years in service to the crown have earned them great influence in politics. I must have their support if I'm to reclaim Glenbrook.
Cordelia.
Is it possible for you to rein them in?
Not alone. But with you, General Avlora, I can. They lack military might. If you accompany me, I could sway them to my cause. Please, General, lend me your strength.
Can we save Cordelia? Just let her know that Roland's alive and save
As
her.
an Aesfrosty general, I simply cannot turn a deaf ear to what you've told me. Did you not think I would tell the Archduke of your plans?
Of course I did. But I refuse to stand idly by as a mere decoration. So if it meant earning your trust, I was willing to show you that I wish to protect Glenbrook by any means necessary.
You took a gamble.
I had to. For it is not status or reward that moves you.
Oh.
So you bet on my honor, and refusal would sully my name forever. However, safeguarding the kingdom comes first. Fighting at your side will have to wait.
General of Laura.
A word of advice, Your Majesty. Both Hyzante and the Archduke are veterans of war. The fight will not be an easy one, and may rage on for many years.
Even so, I will not falter. I must do this. For my father and brothers.
An admirable resolve. One which I will see fulfilled. I shall be your sword and shield, my queen.
Oh.
Thank you, General of Laura.
First bloody shield, now you. Aesfrost, man. Their evilness gets the best of them. Ooh, conviction. The party decides how to use the new weapon gifted to them by Hyde. And we have no more side stories. Alright.
I apologize, but are you suggesting we destroy the dam around Telior Reservoir to start a flood?
I knew it.
The capital city was built on the banks of the Norzelia River. Breaking the dam surrounding Lake Telior upstream will allow us to submerge a majority of the city. Flooding the town will throw their army into disarray, which should allow us to take the place by storm.
Lake Telior is a man-made reservoir. You might be able to burst through with a blast crystal.
Huette scouted the area earlier and reported seeing very few sentries. Proof enough that this is outside the Archduke's calculations.
No. The damage will be too great. The means would not justify the end, Benedict.
We cannot afford to lose.
I agree with Roland. There is already far too much blood on our hands. Perhaps it's worth speaking with the people and gaining their understanding.
Unless we reclaim Glenbrook, it's unlikely they'll understand or support our actions. We must take the capital back and show our strength and resolve first.
So that means you stand by Benedict then?
If we have a sure shot at winning, we need to take it. No matter the consequences.
Damn.
We can't lose the war. We just can't.
Telior Reservoir is the kingdom's water source. The dam was constructed to protect the people from floods. I doubt they would ever forgive us should we choose to destroy it for war.
Oh, this is like the
Glenbrook
fire trap.
Of that water. And to use it otherwise is inexcusable.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna choose
Brute
that
strength
one.
isn't the only way to reclaim the city. We can strike at night and defeat their commanding officers. There are ways to slip into the castle unseen.
If you've used it before, there is a chance it has been sealed off since.
There is more than one route. You needn't worry.
So you mean not to use the blast crystal?
No, I do. After we sneak in, we can sink Aesfrost's warship.
I like that.
It would close off their escape route.
And let's blast Thalas'
Ensuring
ship.
the people's safety. We cannot allow them to be taken hostage. It would restrict our options as well.
She's got a point. But how do we take the capital back after that?
We could use the blast crystal to destroy the bridge connecting the town and the castle. The enemies would be stuck within the walls.
Okay, that's not too bad.
That would certainly mitigate the damages to the citizens. If we
I like that.
the castle, we could negotiate with them.
We could ask them to yield, free Glenbrook, and re-establish the trade between our nations. I am certain we can find a way to make both parties agree.
Okay, so definitely not Benedict's plan.
I understand your
So
thoughts.
it's between Roland or Federica. Oh, is there a 3 choice? Is there 3 or 2?
Allow me to ask once more. Shall we shatter the dam around Lake Telior and flood the town? Sneak in under the guise of night, Sink their ships and slay their commanding officers? Or destroy the bridge, safeguard the people, and negotiate with the enemy?
I am leaning towards Frederica's choice.
Fetch the scales. It is time we decide our path.
Ooh, for the first time there are 3 choices. Finally we have to choose between morality, liberty, or utility. Yeah, there are 3. We now have 3 paths before us, each with its own merits and shortcomings. But which one will lead House Wolford to victory? Oh. Can I go out? Yeah. Let me go out, please. I heard that Aesfrost is still in development and only a few people are privy to its details. According to the rumors, its blast could blow a hole straight through a castle wall. Could we really use such a thing in battle? Aesfrost is still in development? Are they hoping to use this battle to test its powers? There's a chance we're exposing the people to greater danger than we thought. We must consider its placement very carefully. Lord Sernoa, we've returned from scouting the capital. The Crown City is teeming with Aesfrost soldiers, and it appears that a second force led by General Flora is defending Whiteholm Castle. So Aesfrost has soldiers stationed throughout the city and around the castle, the latter led by General Flora no less. I doubt a full frontal attack would work to our favor. This is definitely worth considering when making our strategy. Range, HP recovery pellet, at all. My lord, how is your father doing? The people are worried. We haven't heard any tidings of his health for some time now. I regret to tell you that his condition remains unchanged. I only wish there was some... I thought we had some magic elixir to see him back to health. My father's name carries great weight even now. There's no way we could lose him, not when we needed him the most. I appreciate your concern, but you not need to worry. My father is the strongest man I've ever known. Doubtless will be back when it's been no time. I like this optimistic answer. I look forward to the day already. I have the utmost faith in Lord Simon. But I forget myself. You must be so busy, Lord Eternal. My apologies for detaining you. Please don't apologize. I'm happy to know the people care about my father so. Lord Simon is a true hero to us all, and not because he brought the Saltiron War to its end. We respect him because he has a heart of gold and walks astride his people. Thank you. Neither my father nor I could ask for a better people. The merchant is back. Ooh, obtained 1,000. Superior iron too good. In the grand scheme of things, that's nothing, but sure, better than nothing. Since the fall of House Fox and Telior, many of their people have fled here to Wolford, and refugees from the Crown City have also come to live in our domain. It is not uncommon to hear of fights breaking out between them and the people of Wolford. What should we do, my lord? Our domain can only support so many people. Why not convince them to look to Hyzante for refuge? And be slaves? No thanks. These people have nowhere to go. We will accept them with open arms. We must prioritize the happiness of our people. To do so, we must regrettably ask for the more problematic individuals to leave. Oh, that's a utilitarian move. But we will accept them with open arms. Very well, my lord, but I should warn you that our domain's resource will soon run dry, and the people's discontent continues to grow. I understand, but before either of those reach the limit, I shall bring Aesfrost to its knees. Understood, my lord. Leave the issue to the refugees to us. Wind amulet. Black anklet. Ooh. Roland's wanted poster. Oh my god, Roland. I came here hoping to bring my aunt to live with me in the capital. Aesfrost's invasion took me by surprise, but life's been easier since. We can enjoy freedom of trade and no longer have to give offerings to the crown. It seems the people living in the Crown City aren't suffering as much as I thought they'd be. People of the Crown City. Hello, I am back from a little bit of grinding some money. Excuse me. To buy some stuff from the merchant. I also upgraded the Roland's weapon. It's between him or Sir Noah, and I've compared the two. I feel like I like the Roland's weapon skill better. It's still physical damage to a single enemy, ignoring their defense, and it has the highest power so far. It's 120 plus. Even Flash of Steel is only 100. I don't know what the plus means. Like, what does that really mean? Is that the highest or? Oh, I see another sparkly. Wait a second. Oh, the iron too. Did I not get it? Okay, I also have think about this long and hard. I think I would like to go with my betrothed. I will go with the morality route and destroy the bridge and trap the enemy in the castle, then negotiate. So okay, let me just say, well, you know what, at this point I don't care about unanimous vote. Let's just hope for the best. Destroying the dam is our best shot at winning this battle. The enemy wouldn't know what hit them if we flooded the city. But there's no denying that the other plans have their merits too. Should we go with our best bet or consider one of the other options? Okay, so it's the same throughout. He should listen to reason. So I believe it is best to trap Aesfrost troops in the castle and force them to negotiate. So you think Lady Frederica's plan is the way to go, eh? Why is that? We will need the people's support when rebuilding the capital. To do so, we must win it back fair and square, and with as little damage as possible. That is true. We've seen in the side story that the people of Glenbrook actually not that they're not so negative towards the Aesfrost because the Aesfrost spared them during the invasion. I think it's the most efficient plan of the three, driving Aesfrost into a corner with only a single bridge to mourn and one that can be repaired fairly easily. I like the first one. There's no kingdom without a people. Glenbrook won't have much of a future if we ignore them for the sake of victory. Even if we succeeded with the surprise attack, the people might think us cowards for stooping so low, and I don't even want to think of the backlash that we'll face for flooding the city. In which case, Lady Frederica's plan would be our best chance of winning the people's approval. Exactly. Each plan's got its good and bad points. But now that we got the Holy State at our backs, this would be the perfect chance to strike at Aesfrost. Isn't winning this war more important than Crown City's damages or the people's morale? We cannot foresee the damage that the Luge will do to the city, and spilling into the castle will put Roland in great danger. I know that House Wolford can claim victory without having to sacrifice the capital or the people's safety. Winning isn't everything. We must face the consequences of our actions and take responsibility for rebuilding. To that end, I would see as little damages as possible. I like the third one and the second one, I think. But I guess I'm leaning towards the third one. Oh, you never cease to amaze me, lad. You're already thinking about what comes next. That's just what I expect from the head of High House. If Lord Simon were here, I'm sure he would say the same.
Tough spot work.
I can see how you feel about this, but I'll need a moment to digest it all. Oh, okay. Eridor has been moved by your words, which means he is a-okay, which means we are basically locked for the morality route. But just for fun, let's start with Benedict. Negotiating will only grant the enemy a reprieve, and there's a high chance that Queen Cordelia has revealed the secret tunnels to the enemy. I believe in Cordelia, but we would most certainly deal a heavy blow to the Aesfrosti forces by flooding the city. Oh, okay, I better have... Okay, so yeah, I will not be able to get unanimous vote with the morality route, as he is not in favor for this at all. So you would choose Lady Frederica's plan. Might inquire as to why, because your plan sucks, bitch. The Norzelia River was originally prone to heavy flooding. We cannot be sure how far the damage will spread, yes. Telio Reservoir is where the kingdom gets its water, and between the dam and in the bridge, the latter is far easier to rebuild. Let's go for the first one.
True.
Indeed, we are dealing with nature itself. The Crown City may face far greater harm than I anticipated. In comparison, destroying the bridge will centralize the damage. I admit Lady Frederica's plan indeed poses the least amount of risk to the Crown City. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with me, Lord Serenoa. Yeah, I don't think I convinced him. Alright, Anna, what about you?
Yes, sir.
The enemy may already be aware of the tunnels, but no one is anticipating a flood. The capital is swarming with Aesfrost soldiers. We must prepare ourselves to make sacrifices if we are to reclaim the city. Okay, so I could convince her if I try hard enough. I believe it best to trap Aesfrost troops in the castle and force them to negotiate. I see, so you would support Lady Frederica's plan, though it seems the least efficient of the three. It will take time and effort, but would mitigate damages to the people. The capital can be repaired, but the dead cannot be brought back to life. The lives of the people should outweigh the importance of efficiency. You must have the people's support. If we were to lose it, even reclaiming the capital could not keep the kingdom together. Yeah, for once I agree with the third.
Certainly.
I have heard that the duchy's supporters in the capital grow by the day. Even if we were to claim victory, if great harm were to befall the Crown City, the people's dissatisfaction would turn on Prince Roland. It might be best for us to treat the path of least destruction for the sake of the kingdom's future.
I must hear what the others think.
It seems I underestimated the merits of Lady Frederica's plan. Ooh, I don't know if I don't know. Alright, Roland, buddy.
Say.
Please go with my guts this time. Flooding the city will leave the people with nowhere to live, and Frederica's plan hinges on how the enemy responds. That is true. We can win if we sneak into the castle and slay the Aesfrost commanders. Only Cordelia and I are privy to the secret passages. Oh good. I could technically convince him. You wish to use Aelfric to blow up the bridge, then negotiate with Aesfrost? Frederica wishes no harm to come to anyone, and that includes your sister. We cannot be sure of Aelfric's power. If we set it off near the castle, we may be putting Her Majesty in danger. Okay, they're both pretty much the same. But let's use logic. Cordelia.
Certainly.
Whiteholm Castle is a symbol of Glenbrook, and I like the Crown City. I would be loath to see it brought to harm. Aelfric is yet incomplete, so we must be cautious in how we use it.
Hard choice.
I appreciate your concerns about my sister, but still... I don't know about that. You had. How about you? Prince Roland wishes to defeat the Aesfrost commander who unjustly occupy Whiteholm Castle. I see this plan as proof of his resolve. As a member of the King's Guard, I intend to help him see it through. Okay, this one should listen to it. I believe it's best to trap Aesfrost's troop in the castle and force them to negotiate. Lord Serenoa, you think Lady Frederica's plan to be our best option? If Roland wishes for the people's support, he must act in a way befitting royalty. Unfortunately, flooding the city and surprise attacks hardly make the cut. No matter how much time the negotiations take, it is still better than bringing harm to the people, and the bridge can be easily rebuilt. It is House Wolfort's job to protect Glenbrook. I would choose Frederica's way to safeguard both Roland and his people. I like that. Okay, let's choose that.
Good point.
Hearing you say that heartens me as a member of the King's Guard. Though one of the 7 you may be, your heart still beats for the kingdom and the crown.
I have chosen.
Thank you, Lord Serenoa. Speaking to you has shown me the merits of Lady Frederica's plan. Ooh, okay, I don't know about that, but let's just vote. At the very least, I'm pretty sure we are gonna get the... Unless suddenly they turn into the yellow one. Should be not, right?
It is time to cast our votes. In which strategy do we entrust the future of Glenbrook? Approach the scales of conviction with your token at the ready. I believe in you.
I thought it through and decided to put my faith in your decision, my friend. Oh, okay. You support me. Great.
On this, I cannot.
Ah, yes. I do not think your plan a bad one, just not the best one given the circumstances. Well, Benedict, I hope you like my choices, because that's what we're doing.
I agree.
I stand behind you, Lord Serenoa.
I changed my mind.
I thought about it a lot and I decided to choose a different path than Prince Roland's. Great. It seems like we get everything but Benedict.
I'm with you.
Yeah, you got my full support, lad. Let's do it. Okay. It's pretty great. We got what?
The scales of conviction will illuminate the path
6
we've chosen.
out of 1. Ooh. Yep, 6 out of 1. Benedict, you can go to the dam yourself, okay?
The way forward is decided.
Oh, but I guess we only have one Aesfrost.
Trap the enemy within the castle, keeping the common folk safe from the worst of the fighting.
We collapse the ridge and trap the enemy within the castle, keeping the common folk safe from the worst of the fighting. Yeah. Oh, I guess the castle is, like, separated by a river. I thought that was pretty weird.
You will safeguard the people, drive the enemy into the castle, and negotiate. You have chosen a righteous path, Wolfort.
Thank you, X-Arm.
Do you really think negotiations will prevail? Such sympathy may be your downfall.
I don't care, I could just burn the whole castle with Frederica's magic.
The path we have chosen.
Then walk tall. It is time to test your mettle.
Ah, but Gustadolf is conveniently away from the castle.
Minister Camso. Next we meet, you will have both of our armies at your backs.
You have my thanks.
We cannot afford to lose this fight. For Norzelia.
I thought this battle was for Glenbrook.
This is not a simple struggle for power, Minister Sereno.
Minister Sereno, oh my god, that sounds so weird. Please stop calling me that.
The goddess, the source, iron? The war of 30 years ago comes back to haunt us because the old cling to relics of the past. Norzelia needs to be born anew. Right now, the people of every nation are searching for a young standard bearer to guide them.
A standard bearer?
Yes, people like you and me. This war is a fine opportunity for us to show our worth to Norzelia.
Okay, X-Arm.
House Wolfort and Hyzante join forces and begin planning Glenbrook's recapture. But with the Norzelia River and the Aesfrosti armies in their way, retaking the capital will be no easy feat. Frederica proposes they destroy the bridge linking the castle to the rest of the capital, isolating the enemy and forcing them to parley. Though it may draw out the conflict, it is well worth it if they can avoid causing suffering to the people. Serenoa and the others agree to the plan. In support of House Wolfort, Hyzante's great army marches forth for the first time since the Saltiron War.
Born of strife and sadness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that's not what I want. Born of strife.
The Hyzantean forces should be arriving any moment, Frederica.
Well then, let us make them welcome.
My lady, are you certain this is the path you desire? We are to battle against your people, against Dallas and Erica.
It's okay, it's time to kill them. Oh, are we gonna fight them? Okay, good.
I am keenly aware of that.
Unfortunately, we don't have the chance to upgrade Frederica to her top class.
Mean you are ready to face it. A single second's hesitation on the battlefield could cost you your life.
Worry not. I shall prevail against any who stand against me. Even my
half siblings.
To
Let's
try
not
and
forget that.
save them.
No.
To save myself.
Exactly, yeah, fuck them.
And to save House Wolfort.
Is it to battle right away?
Minister Serenoa, Minister Camsell, and myself have brought what troops we could muster.
Thank you.
I'm grateful for your assistance.
It was an arduous journey. Is there anywhere the soldiers could rest?
We've prepared barracks at the harbor. Please use them freely.
You do think of everything.
Hyzante has not mobilized a force so large since the Saltiron War. Yet I hear you intend to settle this not by battle, but by parley. The Holy One will not agree to any half-hearted measures.
What?
The pressures of a large army on the capital's threshold is part of our plan.
The Holy One would prefer we slaughter them? Some goddess you guys worship. Character story. Ooh, the Bloody Shield recounts on. Oh, okay. Okay, I'll start with the side story. Flora prepares for battle upon hearing the Allied forces march for Glenbrook. Ooh, are we gonna fight Flora too? Flora, Thalas, and Erica? Is that what it's gonna be?
General, House Wolfort and Hyzante have joined forces. There are indications their armies intend to march upon the capital.
Which direction will they come from?
We cannot yet be certain.
Close the city gates and rally the garrisons. I want the way to the castle completely blockaded.
Good.
We ought to consider their attack from the river. House Wolfort knows very well how difficult this castle is to take. I doubt they think to capture it with a direct assault.
Dang it.
Indeed. Hyzantean soldiers are used to desert conditions. Doubtful they'd be keen to engage us in a marine battle. Though acting on that assumption and sending all our troops to defend the land route does leave a vulnerability the enemy could exploit. Send a party to scout along the riverbanks, then have them report to the harbor and ready our ship.
Yes, General.
Why beat around the bush? We have the soldiers, we should strike and end them.
It's best to avoid open battle. With the capital and Whiteholm under our control, we have the advantage.
All that tells me is you're frightened of Wolfort.
Come, Thalas, let me beat you up.
Not to fear. A leader's hubris is the death of her soldiers.
Frederica is attacking us. What does it matter how many soldiers die? I command you to kill Frederica, Avlora.
Do it yourself, bitch. Let me who kills who. Let me show you.
Silence! Gustadolf entrusted us with the castle's protection in his absence. Noble Aesfrosty blood flows through our veins. How dare you order us about?
You do well to remember what you are, Flora. A simple orphan who doesn't even know her true name.
Yet it is this simple orphan in charge of our army. Insult me all you like. I will not allow open battle.
Let them be, Flora.
No matter. The reinforcements our brother sent are under our command.
I shall lead soldiers into the capital myself and crush Wolfort's forces when they arrive.
Is this the Aesfrost I am to defend?
General Avlora.
General? Join me. The Bloody Shield recounts how he came to be known by such a cursed name. Oh, you don't like it? I was gonna talk to you, Eridor. Oh, you had. Ah, that makes sense.
Thank you for joining me in my training, Sir Flanagan. I've learned much from you. In truth, I'm grateful for any training at all. There are few of us Hawk Riders in Glenbrook.
Then let me thank you in turn for a chance to shake the rust from my bones. Seems my mount was keen to face such a worthy opponent as well.
'Twould seem they are hawks of a feather.
Birds of a feather flock together.
Speaking of which, Sir Flanagan, I understand your regiment of riders was the Duchy's finest. Yet you chose to leave your homeland behind. Why?
I grew to see how powerless I was. I once believed the freedom Gustadolf espoused would bring prosperity to Aesfrost. So I fought, and fought, and fought for the cause until my shield was stained blood red.
Hence your title, yes. To think how many lives you must have saved.
Do not mock me. I saved no one. Pride swelled my breast with every mention of that cursed title. But in a year's time, what did I return home to find? My poor wife, wasting away in solitude in the throes of an accursed plague.
Plague?
Your wife? Had word not reached you?
She mentioned in letters that she felt unwell, but never did I expect it to be so grave. In a matter of days, she was gone. Every moment I spent protecting the people, she drew one step closer to death. And I left her to die. Her blood, too, stains my shield.
Sir Flanagan,
Forgive me. I did not mean to burden you with my woes. But you see now, my title is a curse.
It is a tragedy, yes. But I cannot bring myself to believe you cursed. And you mustn't believe so either.
What's his name? You had one is Flugla? Fluglo? Flu something. Alright, any other side story? No? Let's go. The group sets Frederica's plan to destroy the bridge into motion.
My spies have ascertained the situation at the capital. The bulk of the enemy is holed up in Whiteholm Castle. Right now, they don't seem to be very active.
And what of the common folk?
Their daily lives progress apace. It seems the enemy has yet to notice our movements.
Perfect conditions to execute Lady Frederica's plan.
Yes.
If the people are at ease, we should be able to seize the capital without resorting to all-out battle.
Thank goodness.
Then let's review the plan.
Okay, yeah, what is the plan?
You shall take a small vessel to Whiteholm Castle and destroy the bridge.
Are you certain you want to go by yourselves? We could lend you some soldiers.
The fewer of us there are, the less likely we are to be spotted. We'll manage. We'll have the blast crystal.
Oh yes, a bridge like that'll come falling down pretty easy. You'll see.
The explosion will be your signal to march into the capital and keep the people calm.
Without using force, yes. I shall impress upon my soldiers they are not to act rashly.
Thank you, Minister.
As for you, Minister Camsell, we'd like you to take command of the naval forces to blockade the castle.
Very well. I can't say I'm much experienced in marine warfare, but I'll do my best.
Destroy the bridge, capture the town, blockade the river, isolate the enemy in the castle, and turn that impregnable fortress into their prison.
Once they're trapped, they'll have no choice but to parley with us and release their stranglehold on Glenbrook.
I hope you're right. A word of caution before we begin. Prince Roland, you are aware they will likely use Queen Cordelia as leverage when the time for parley comes. But no matter what pressure they apply, we cannot allow them to break us, should the worst come to pass.
I understand. I do not expect the fight to regain control of our kingdom to be painless.
Good. We have our plan. Now
Okay.
we must act upon it.
That's
we shall
good.
depart at once. Until we meet again in the capital.
Farewell, and good luck to us all.
Erica, Thalas. I cannot put off fighting them any longer.
Yes, time to awaken, my darling. Awaken to your true power. The eve of Frederica and Sereno's engagement. Ooh. Do tell, spill the tea.
My, you're certainly calm for someone about to be sold off in the morrow.
I'm gonna have so much fun killing you.
Compare my marriage into House Wolfort to trading coin for flesh. Why, I am to be a beacon of allyship, a bridge between our two lands.
Yes, yes. So tell me, dear, how do you plan on seducing the Wolfort boy? Wait, let me guess. You'll use the same charms your mother did on our father.
I'm gonna rip your mouth
Enough
from your
cajoling,
jaw.
Erica. You're apt to make her cry. And Frederica, you know you don't have to take such abuse in silence, don't you? In any case, you seem to be under the impression that you've been entrusted with some crucial task. That couldn't be further from the truth. This is only to get you out of the way, same as your mother. You're no use to anyone in Aesfrost.
I'll burn all your
You
hair.
already know
Thalas.
that, don't you?
Well, every happiness to you, dear sister.
The world I knew before was so very limited. No matter what awful thing happened to me, I believed I could do nothing but suffer in silence.
But who stole the book? That's right, who stole the book?
But staying quiet in the face of injustice is tantamount to condoning it. I needed to stand up and fight for myself.
Do we get this scene because we chose
Becoming
her
part
strategy?
of House Wolfort was the best thing to ever happen to me.
Will we get a different scene? Had it
Thalas,
be other people's plan?
done running.
Oh, yes, Medica, let's burn them all. I will not let her die. I will prefer that she has the last hit.
In the dead of night, a small ship slips silently into Whiteholm Castle. Aboard are none other than the elite Wolfort fighters, led by Serenoa himself.
Oh, it's not even a fight yet. Is there any side story? No. Serenoa and the others search for a place to plant the blast crystal. I would say the middle one, no? Oh, this is the bridge where we tried to escape the castle with Roland in chapter 6.
Where should we set the blast crystal, Milo? Right around the middle of the bridge would
Yeah, I thought so.
The wood will splinter apart quite nicely. Plus, any repairs we'll need to make later will be easy.
In the middle it is. We'll search for a suitable spot. In the meantime, Milo, you ready the blast crystal.
With pleasure.
The entire plan will be for naught if I do not place the Elfric in the right spot. Time to see where that is. Quality fiber. I would hope for a parchment. This one's close. Extra large HP recovery pellet. Extra large. All the times I trained here with Sir Maxwell have come flooding back to me. It seems a lifetime ago now. Forgive me my sentimentality. I promise I'm ready to do what must be done. Why did you always train on the bridge? Surely the castle itself held better venues. It is also where we were forced to flee for our lives. How fitting then that it should figure into our counterattack. I understand that this bridge holds many memories for you, but this plan will allow us to trap the enemy and save lives. I think it is a small price to pay. I like the sentimentality. Let's say this one. Yes, the night we were forced to leave him behind. We have fought long and hard to get back to this place. Let us set things right and undo the pain of that awful day. Nothing would make me happier. Ooh, luck amulet. Be extremely careful with the Aesfrost. It can destroy a bridge. Imagine what it will do to you. Furthermore, well, I trust you know what I mean to say. Indeed, we have much left to do, and I for one shall learn all I can about the Aesfrost. Yes, and I agree, I was all too eager for the battle ahead. May we limit damage to the ground state and castle to the worst. The second one? Hyzante stands to lose as much as we if this does not go to plan, so I hesitate to say she will betray us. Even so, I cannot read her. We should not give her too much purchase in our hearts and minds. Nor would I grant it to her, but she is the only one capable of handling the Aesfrost. I have no choice but to trust her, if only for the moment. A wise decision, for it is currently only in this moment that our interests are aligned. Well done, Benedict. Okay, let's end it. I know where we ought to place the Aesfrost. Now to gather the other and finalize the plan. Who should I save?
The time for you to awaken is nigh, my patient little Aesfrost. Just give me the command.
All right, then let's...
God dang it, Thalos.
Wolfort? When did you get here?
Thalos! Oh, I am so glad we didn't leave this to Avlora.
Oh my god, we are sandwiched. We are sandwiched between Thalos and Erica. Oh my god.
Shocked, Frederica, to find you sneaking around like a common thief.
Erica.
Ah, they've got us surrounded.
Oh, this might be trouble. Alright, that is it for this episode. It's a pretty difficult choice for once. We have 3 choices to consider. All 3 are equally good, I guess, but I just prefer the less destruction one. We already spent so many efforts not to burn any of the houses in Wolfort. I would do the same for Glenbrook. Hopefully that will give me something benefit in the future. But anyway, thanks again for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.